All right, welcome to problem number 13. Talking about a farmer here, first thing we got to do is get a blue color, and we got to make ourselves a little river. Okay, so there's the river. Now, apparently this farmer wants to put a fence on this river, so let's switch gears. I'll make that in red. It has to be rectangular for this problem to work the way it does. So there's my beautiful rectangle. Biggest thing we noticed on these is that there's three unknown sides, but if I put an X here, I can also put an X here because we know opposite sides of a rectangle are congruent. All right, so the farmer started with 540 feet of fencing. Just think about this a little bit. If I had a 10 here and a 10 here, that would be 20 feet of fencing. So I would do 540 minus 10 minus 10, and I would have 520 feet left. But we can't do that because we don't know how much is there. So we have an X and X. So for that reason, this side is represented as 540 minus the other two sides, which is 2x. Okay, don't forget we're trying to get a quadratic function here. So the area in terms of x would be the same as length times width, or side times side. So we're going to have x times 540 minus 2x. And now once we're there, we're going to simplify this through, distribute. So the area in terms of x will be equivalent to 540x minus 2x squared. So the area in terms of x, I like to think about it more in standard form, is negative 2x squared plus 540x. Okay, so now we have a quadratic function based on the area, and the hardest thing for kids usually is to set up that rectangle and then get to here. But once we're here, just like so many problems in this unit, that's a parabola that goes downwards, and we're caring about this maximum point. Because in the problem here, let me highlight the question. There is actually two questions. First of all, what is a quadratic function that represents the area as a function of x? I'm not going to write it on the answer blank because I'm lazy right now, but this is the answer to that. I mean, all of these are. This is just the simplified version that would go on the blank there. But the next question then says, switch to green here, is what is the maximized area? Area is the y value. So we want to use the x value, but basically we need the y value of the vertex. Okay, don't forget, this is the maximum point. It has coordinates. Let me show this one more time. It has coordinates of negative b over 2a, comma, the function defined at the opposite of b over 2a. So now the first thing we got to do to actually answer this question is x equals the opposite of b over 2a. So for this problem here, the opposite of b, it's right here, would be negative 540. Divide that by 2 times negative 2 by 2a. So that's going to be a positive number, right? It's going to be positive 540 divided by 4. Okay, so you can pull out your calculator, or you can think about it. 540 divided by 2 would be 270. And if you take 270 divided by 2, you will get 135. Okay, so we get 135 for our x value. Now, the way you would think to finish this problem would be to take this and plug it in, because that's exactly right. You can plug it into here, but I think it might be a little bit faster just to think about x is 135. So that means that's 135. This is 135. And then what would this side be? Well, remember, if you're thinking about what you're doing, all of this fence has to add up to 540. So I've used 270 feet there, so I've got 270 feet left over. So we can plug it in and we can square it and go through this, or you can just think about the area of that rectangle. So if I pull up, whoops, didn't mean that. If I pull up this calculator here and I do, it's spinning on me, wait for it. Okay, let's not do, okay, let's do 100. Let me write it off to the side over here. Now everything's going wrong. The computer program is freaking out. Patience, patience. I don't know what's going on right now. Okay, so basically, if we took 270 times 135, I'm sorry guys, I can't even write on here anymore. It's like, it's pausing on me. But verbally, that's 36,450 feet squared. That would be the area of that rectangle. All right, I hope this helped, and more importantly, I hope this is going to record. Goodbye.